You're watching DaveCTV. Now here's your host, the voice, Dave Canning. It's you, it's me, it's DaveCTV. It's you, it's me, it's DaveCTV. Let's start the show.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is you, it is me, it is TNR&D, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 99. That's right, we have made it. We are on the doorstep of the century mark. Next week marks the 100th episode of the Wrestling N.R.D. Broadcast. I can't believe we have made it to 100 episodes next week. We are very excited for that. We will we'll tell you who our guest will be in due time. It is a big time guest on this show. But the only other thing bigger than this guest is what we started at the beginning of this year after our 50th episode last year, and that was the Heralds. Tom, you're shaking your head at this.
I thought you were talking about the Brawler rankings.
Well, I mean, we will segue to that. We will segue to that because, so ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are new here, last year, the very first episode of the year, in which we'll continue tradition this year, January 3rd, so mark your calendars, will be the second annual Herald Awards. It is our version of the Slammys, the Grammys, the Oscars, the MTV Video and Movie Awards, and it is our take on wrestling. So last year, what we did, if you haven't watched the show, what are you doing? Go watch it quick. Pause this video. Go back, watch it. Welcome back. So basically, we did the normal stuff. We did favorite male wrestler of the year, favorite female wrestler of the year, tag team of the year, match of the year, storyline of the year, this, that, and the other thing. And we did Brawler of the year as well, in which a friend of the show, Frank Spahik, won with his Barracuda Mailbox Brawler. And then that followed up with the 1 year anniversary of the show, in which we ranked every micro brawler that we'd had in hand as of December 31st, 2021, all 232 of them. Wow. It literally, it's on the channel. It was a 7+ hour venture to rank all of those. And so we had asked in the Micro Brawler fan club and whatnot, how they want us to rank them this year. If they want us to move them into the list that we have and just adjust stuff, or do we do a new list with what we had in hand as of January 1st to December 31st. And so that is what we're going to do on the 2-year anniversary mark. So the Brawler of the Year category will still exist in the Herald, but that award is going not to be, is it going to be awarded by Herald, or are we going to let the fans choose that? Tom, you handle Herald. So
I think there'll be two. I think there'll be the Micro Brawler fan group Brawler of the Year, and it might be the Harold Brawler of the Year, because to speak very candidly, Harold picks all the winners of the Harold Awards.
It is the Herald.
And it might not be what other people want. So maybe we do two, or maybe we do, I'm going to set up a Google form where people can anonymously vote for the Brawler of the Year, or their favorite brawler that came out this year, and Harold can take it into consideration. And maybe we'll go off of that, Harold picks, or we might just do two. Might do we don't know. Might throw for a swing. But the Google form is coming. I just need the list, and I need Ryan to spend a ton of time taking pictures of brawlers and sending them to me.
So yes, that is going to be how we're going to do that category for the Heralds. But we also still want your input, friends. We want to know what kind of categories you want in the Heralds, because this is our show. This is what we've always done. We've been different. We've been abstract. We've been very unique. So we want your opinions on what we should do for categories. So we were thinking along the lines of best crate of the year, best random item of the years, other things like that. Obviously, we'll probably
worst item of the year.
Yes, worst item of the year. Favorite pro wrestling tease staffer of the year. That might be a best item, because that is currently holding my bag of baked Lay's chips together in my cabinet.
You get it
Speaking of baked Lay's
because here's the thing: That item, just like the bottle openers, they're useful. Like I don't need what was it? I don't need Papa Shango face paint or the Darby Allin Tech Deck. I got Brandon McNulty making me my own Darby Allin Tech Deck. You know, like yeah, I don't need all these random items. Like I like the certain stuff, like the acclaimed headphones and phone stand. Didn't need that. I did like the Brutus Barber Beefcake little on the go hands. That's in my travel bag every time I go on vacation or whatnot. I go on a trip. That's in there, baby. Like useful things. So yes, let us know in the comments below what categories you want to see for the second annual Harold Awards, other than Micro Brawl of the Year. Favorite gummy bear flavor of the year could be red.
We need to do a ranking.
All 4 of them. That could take
It's already
12 hours.
It's all 6. I was wondering if I can hijack just since we're doing this.
Oh.
I want to do an official weigh-in just to show where I'm left at. This is an official scale.
When did you start this bag?
On that note, I thought that's what you said. We started the year off with a bang. I thought you were talking about this, and I just wanted to make sure, like you've marked every time I ate them, right, for the compilation video.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good. But so I want to do it.
Or do they just like exist to the end of time?
I should have done this before. If I may, real quick, I'll do an official weigh-in.
This is still better than that Anthony Ogogo Cody Rhodes weigh-in for Double or Nothing 2 years ago.
This is better content than the Soul Taker interview.
Those gummy bears don't matter.
This is what's left. And we are at 1 pound, 0.1 ounce. So 1 pound left. I've eaten 2 pounds.
Oh my God.
I've eaten 2 pounds, 3 ounces, or 4 ounces of gummy bears so far.
The bag has weight to it.
That's true. So I've at least eaten 2 pounds of gummy bears in this endeavor.
You know what I think of that joke. There's like some joke where like a kid weighs 99 pounds. He's like, so if I go eat a pound of nachos, does that make me 1% nacho?
Yes.
Like I feel like that's Ryan. Ryan is now 1% gummy bear.
Please.
Thank you.
That's great. But yeah, so let us know your favorite gummy bear, of course, as well. Let us know your favorite gummy snack in general, folks. I'm a worms man myself. But so I see in the back of Ryan's fantastic display the RVD Tiger Print shorts. And that just reminds me of one of the categories of the 30-day wrestling challenge that we completed on November 30th, with only missing 1 day, which I'm very proud of in the fact that I only missed that because I was away for Thanksgiving weekend. So yes, so to everyone that commented and posted and responded to that 30-day wrestling challenge, it was a little tedious. It was a little tasking at times, but we got it done. We're very happy with it. We hope you had fun doing it. Thank you for doing it with us. So, of course, if you missed it, go back to our Facebook page, facebook.com/WNRDB, and check out all 30 days of the wrestling challenge. We give you all our input on that. It's fantastic.
I want Garrett to go through, like he said, and guess what we each picked for all of them.
Yeah, Garrett, you did like 2 days and was like, you know what, can't be bothered. Like, listen, Garrett, I know you're. Listen, Garrett, I'd like you to bring the TV or the phone, whatever you're watching. Sound really close, okay? You're gonna lose Shohei Ohtani at the end of next year, okay? And it's just gonna happen. But I tell you what, Garrett, when he comes to play for the New York Yankees, you come to New York. I will put you up, and I will put you up in my house, and you can come watch Shohei Ohtani pitch for the New York Yankees, and it will be lots of fun. I will take you to Virgil's for the best barbecue in New York, and you will watch Shohei Ohtani pitch for the New York Yankees. You heard it here, folks, at first, everyone. Tom doesn't watch sports, has no idea what I was talking about. So if you watch baseball, everyone, you got that reference, I appreciate you. If you don't watch baseball, I still appreciate you. Kirk Gibson. Is it Kirk Gibson?
I don't know who this is. I just liked the Dodgers when I was young.
What's the number?
Maybe it's on the back of the jersey. Piazza.
Oh, that's Piazza. I saw the mustache.
Oh, Giovanni Piazza, right?
Yeah. I think they're related.
Him and Sammy Sosa were fighting for home runs.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of micro brawlers, as we just were, a note that we talked about before we started recording was the fact that a lot of brawlers are being remade now, and there's still so many brawlers that have never been made, and so many legends have deals under Pro Wrestling Tees, and they could go that route. So I just wanted to go down Pro Wrestling Tees website and just like look at the top sellers and the featured wrestlers and just see like who could make a good brawler that doesn't have one yet.
Don't do AEW. Take AEW out.
Okay, take AEW out of this. Okay, first one, Mick Foley.
Yeah, obviously.
Mick Foley could definitely use one. Stone Cold Steve Austin, I think, would be dope, like with the vest. I don't know how well they could do that just based off of like licensing and stuff. So that would be a little different.
Nick, what were you saying you cut out?
I said I think it's got to be some kind of legend deal or something with Austin. I was reading that they could get around. I don't even know where I heard this. I heard this recently that the way that they classify them under contract and stuff as a desktop item, it's not an action figure, it's a top item. So they're able to get around like people having action figure deals with different companies, different things like that. They technically don't have an action. They're a desktop display item.
Interesting.
They were in action. Tom said their mouth popping action or something.
Something like that. Right? I was going to grab one and put in my mouth, but.
So this is a personal one for me. Oh, excuse me. The Genius Lenny Poffo, I think would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be unique, and enough people I think might get it. Easy to do a chase of. Let's see. Ahmed Johnson, 15 different knee pads, 16 on the chase, maybe.
Yes.
Pick Andre tag team 2-pack.
There you go.
Ahmed.
Let's see. I mean, you've done Awesome Kong. Why not Aja Khan? Maybe. Let's see. You could do a Motor City Machine Guns 2-pack, I think would do well on Impact. I also cannot see my screen while I'm looking at Pro Wrestling Tees website. I'm sorry, everyone. Why won't my screen?
See I think of some legends.
I do think it's ridiculous that they have not done Doink the Clown.
Oh no, I completely agree there.
And I do think it's ridiculous that they've not done Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, Jimmy Hart would be awesome.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know if they have pro wrestling. I don't know if they have stores, but like I feel like if they did either Doink or Jimmy Hart, and it's not just because I love Doink having that new figure with the fancy ring and everything, that figure is going for like $300 sometimes. I think it would just be a great cash grab, and God bless PWTs for loving the cash grab.
Mm-hmm.
About a Duke the Dumpster Drosy.
Yes.
That would be fun. The Goon, I thought of the other day. I thought that would be fun.
Yeah,
Like these gimmicky things back in the day. I'm again, not a legend, but me personally, I remember as a kid, Max Moon, I thought was just dope.
Yeah.
I was obsessed
or
with
what about
that.
the natural disasters?
Yes, I think they would be fantastic. Big John Studd, maybe.
I don't know what he looks like.
Let's see. Booker T.
I don't like Booker T.
I'm very on the fence about Booker, quite honestly, just because of he is a very big time company guy for WWE. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being supportive of your company, but just the fact that he's almost in a way becoming the modern day Jim Cornette, which is how anti AEW he seems.
Yeah.
What about the great Muda?
That'd be a fantastic one.
Muda would make a world of sense right now because of the whole retirement thing.
Yep.
I'm excited. I'm probably gonna watch that Muda Sting match.
I remember people use some Thunder Liger too, but I guess that's owned like by an anime company or something. They don't have the rights.
Yes, something like that.
But there's so many Liger toys, so I feel like they can. I feel like if they put their money where their mouth is, they could get it. And I think if they did a pre-order of that, Liger pre-order would probably break pre-order numbers for them.
Buff Bagwell.
He's all right. You know what?
Oh boy, Tom looking to win Rant of the Year, the Heralds right now.
Buff Bagwell. When he was on our show, we talked to him and we asked him if there's a brawler in the works, and he alluded to the fact that yes, there is. Where is it?
What it is.
How long ago was that?
Supposedly, but
Well, I'll say this. In fairness, they did a Who's That Micro Brawler on like the PWT's unboxing, and it was Ricky Steamboat with like WrestleMania 3 attire. So
also
Yeah.
a shown before that was in like outsiders gear with not gray hair. Has never seen.
I mean,
right,
I
yes.
appreciate you guys talking right now, but I was still ranting.
I'm sorry, keep going.
So Buff Bagwell, is that just another thing you lied to us about, Buff? I love you. I still love you, Buff. But you didn't promote the show on your social media like you said you were gonna. And that hurts my heart, man. And you know, I really like you. We had great conversations on the phone. I called you 2 weeks after our episode drop just to thank you again, and you said you'd love to come back on the show. I know you went through some stuff, my guy, and I appreciate you for getting help, and I'm proud of you. Call me, man. I was on the phone when you fought Butterbean. Like, come on.
Tom,
We're friends. You called me. Buff Bagwell.
Wounded soldiers are looking at Buff Bagwell pictures and touching them for inspiration and support.
Yeah.
How can you
That's a real
Buff
line, ladies
Bagwell.
and gentlemen.
Buff Bagwell called me WrestleMania Sunday morning when it was a 2-day thing. He called me at 9:00 in the morning to see how I'm liking WrestleMania weekend. I think we're friends at this point. So Buff, where's your brawler? Come back on the show. Don't charge us, maybe, because I'm a little poor right now. And you know, I'd love to just fight with you because I love you so much.
I'm not gonna lie.
Tom Sasso.
Every night.
You cut
I
out. What?
McMahon and Buff Bagwell on either nightstand. I just alternate touching them.
Take that, Linda.
Yeah, take that, Linda. What about a DDP Micro Brawler?
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
DDP.
That'd be a good pose.
Yeah.
Brawler.
And I know there was a thought of this before for an earlier crate this year. D'Lo Brown, I think, would be good.
Yeah.
Define Legend, Effie.
What about?
Listen, if we get an Effie Brawler, oh,
That hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
What about
Effie
Mark?
would be huge.
does Effie have a pro wrestling tea store?
Yes, I'm going through the list of their top sellers
Okay.
or their
Dean
featured
Malenko.
wrestlers. That's how I'm getting these names.
Dean Malenko.
Gangrel. Yes, Dean Malenko was a thought.
Gangrel.
Shane
would be
Douglas.
Shane Douglas, I don't feel like
Who's
he's
that?
gonna sell as much.
I'll buy it.
Who is that?
EC Dub. Oh,
Never heard of it. Hey Ryan, there's one thing you can learn about professional wrestling if you go back on our Facebook and look at the 30-day wrestling challenge. If a promotion dies, it just wasn't that good.
Oh,
Wrestling sucks. Period.
Maybe I've heard it's the guy who was in charge of the money. You know, sometimes these guys mess up.
Yeah, maybe.
This is a custom, by the way.
I like it.
Very easy one, but
Let's see. Jerry Lawler. I keep saying I would love a Jerry Lawler brawler.
That would sell crazy.
Yep.
What about Macho Man?
Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah.
No.
I know it's a little controversial. And yes, I've also checked. I can now confirm both natural disasters, Fred Ottman and John Tenta, both have pro wrestling tees stores. So
Yeah.
get that natural disasters thing in
Nick,
there.
it's driving me nuts. You say stuff and I don't hear you.
I said we got a Shockmaster.
Yeah.
That's
We
right.
need Shark now.
So stupid.
Yeah, it was okay. Let's see. Come on, we have Ken Shamrock. We need a Ken Shamrock. Make it happen, Brian.
No, we don't.
Kevin
They
Kelly.
Mattel deals that are probably going to mess this up.
Yeah, sadly. Let's see. Takeshita,
Yeah,
even though he's all elite.
he's all elite.
Let's see. Who else we got here? Wait, big. I'm looking for big names. Medusa. You can do Medusa.
Nah, I'd rather a Lunger Blaze.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Close enough. Marco's Stunt.
Yeah.
That would be a fun one.
I
Because
think
it
you
could
could
be halfway between Swoggle and Cardona.
He's 5'2", according to the internet.
Haku.
Haku would be cool with big old afro.
Yep.
I have an idea for our top three when we wrap up.
Okay. Also, I know there's the major ref, the not John Cone, but Mike Chioda has a Pro Wrestling Tees store.
Yeah.
So make that official.
You think Aubrey's getting one eventually?
I
See
think
that
she could. I think that'd be pretty
Pre-order?
dope.
Would that be a pre-order?
Yeah,
I think you could,
Absolutely.
yeah.
it would have to be. I noticed on Dynamite she wasn't wearing his robust of lipstick tonight. It was a more natural color.
Interesting.
Yeah.
A Paul Ellering to go with the Legion of Doom.
Only if he has Rocco.
That'd be pretty dope. -1.
No.
This should be a no across board. Enzo.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
One.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No,
With
the
like the
show ends
overalls
before it
with the
gets to
leopard
100.
print.
I
Well,
hate all of you.
I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Sure.
that's-
Shane McMahon.
No.
Somebody said
Oh,
no.
Shane McMahon.
No, sorry. You cut out there, Nick. Nobody heard that.
Speaking
No.
of cutting out, did you see on the Pro Wrestling Tees Whatnot that someone paid a fortune for that empty bag of potato chips that Hook signed?
Wait, what?
Hook signed an empty bag of baked Lays.
So
and
I
they sold
gotta,
it.
I
think
gotta
it was like
talk about this.
$6.
I gotta talk about this because I just have a thought on whatnot. I'm over it, quite honestly. I tune into the beginning of the Pro Wrestling Tees thing for the giveaway, and I'm out after that. The majors do. I mean, I believe Pro Wrestling Tees. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Do they do a giveaway at the end as well?
They do
Do 'em.
3.
Okay. Okay. So I get there is that way to get retention, but to me, whatnot, from my perspective at least, I know for damn well I'm not getting anything from that sale because it just goes for these ridiculous amount. I've won one thing on whatnot ever, and it was the Jack Swagger Unrivaled from Mark Sterling. I got it for $20. And I noticed I was like, oh, it's not a bad price. Somebody's going for it. Okay, why not? But just these auctions are just out of hand, and I'm not going to knock anybody to make money. But for me, it's just like it was fun in the beginning, but it's like I'm not entertained by watching anyone buy stuff anymore. It's like people say baseball's boring to watch, but fun to play. I mean, I think baseball's fun to watch, but like. It's like
not.
any activity. Would you rather watch somebody play golf or would you actually rather go golf?
I enjoy the Whatnots for 2 reasons. I really like being silly in the chat.
Yeah.
I like asking questions that make no sense. I like trying to get Cole Cabana to explain to me what 69 means. And I enjoy that. I like the interaction. I like the people that are in there seem to enjoy having fun. So I really appreciate that. I like when I hear I make like Castro or Frank laugh in the background, or like I think I've made Barkin laugh like twice. I enjoy that. I don't know. It's just it's an easy way for me to pass the time and not feel poor. Because the Whatnot does make me feel very poor.
Yeah.
Because there's things on there, the Okada bucks that were on there today, I would have loved to have purchased. But they went for like well over $50 for a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Which I get it. It's cool, but like that's kind of insane. But I like that. And I do like that it's given me more of an appreciation for Colt Cabana.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed him. I've never had anything negative to say about him. But I'm realizing as a person, I really like Colt Cabana. He's funny. He's witty. he remembers the people that he interacts with, which is cool.
Is
He does, Bob. That's me. Yeah.
I'd just like to say I do have some young bucks.
I do too.
So
he was a
I know you said Okada bucks, but
on the PWT cast this week, and he didn't say Tom by name, but he was talking about all the crazy people in the chat. He might as well have said Tom because that's who he was talking about.
yeah, wrong.
So he knows.
I just want him to read the plot to National Treasure to me. That's it.
One day.
I just want to I want to start mailing him the script to National Treasure and Shred, just to have him sign it,
and then sell it on Whatnot for an absurd amount of money. All
one
right,
of one Colt Cabana signed National Treasure script.
Going for $69. Gotta love a good 69. By the way, Tom, that's when.
still don't know-
We're at 75.
I don't know what that means. Yeah, the Whatnots. It's just I don't know. I think it's silly that like, and I don't want to be like a hater on the people buying things, but like, you're spending $150 on a T-shirt because it's printed on a different color shirt. Like,
Yep.
I don't know. I don't get it. Like we were talking before we recorded. I would buy more shirts if I could get them in light blue or purple or gray, or, you know, if I can pick the color shirt with whatever print I want, I'd probably buy a lot more shirts, and I've got plenty of shirts. So like I get wanting a different color, but I don't know, man. Like, what do you do for a living? Like, I have a career. I can't afford that.
What kills me about it is when they're like, "Oh, this is the last Britt Baker in the warehouse, and it'll sell for like $150." And I'm like, "Man, I just sold Britt Baker for $40 last week."
Yeah, if you go on eBay, folks, you're not getting a certificate that says last Britt Baker in the warehouse. You're getting a Britt Baker figure that's like every other Britt Baker that has not been at my Walmart or Target ever. So literally, save yourself some money on those figures. Go to eBay and search the DeAlt, and it's there.
Yeah,
most likely.
it's just
You're going to save yourself a
wild.
ton. You know, and I mean, I guess to say you're getting it from Colt Cabana is one thing in a way, but you're getting it from Pro Wrestling Tees. It doesn't almost have the same allure. Like, I can say I got that Jake Hager figure from Mark Sterling, you know, and I get like, yeah, it's Colt Cabana, but it's not Colt Cabana selling his stuff. It's Pro Wrestling Tees is selling this stuff. Colt Cabana is just the host. If that makes
closet. Some of
well,
it
no,
looks
I know there's Colt's closet. In fairness, you know, I think I'm not 100% sure, but I saw like part of the Whatnot from when they were at Pro AEW last week. Did they sell the shirt he was wearing? Was that like just getting signed by everyone?
signing it throughout the whole show.
Okay, so that's a cool. Like I said, some of the items are cool, but yeah, like you said, like just. Here's a receipt we took out of Tony Schiavone's trash at the meeting. He got a ginger ale and Dayquil. Okay, we're gonna put this on sale now. Start the bidding at $702. You know,
I like when they kept them to an hour.
Yep.
Tonight's was an hour and a half. That was long.
I also see Frank is doing card breaks now.
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
I can't get behind that. Like I don't. I mean,
I don't
maybe
get
that's
that.
just
But
me.
I like Frank, and I've never interacted with Frank ever. He was on the show when I was not on the show.
Wow.
He was not at Pro Wrestling Tees when I went there to buy his brawler. I've never interacted with Frank. I really like Frank. I think he's snarky as hell, and when he goes commenting on the VIP group stuff, I love it. I look forward to his comments.
Oh baby, it is quite entertaining. Frank Spahek, the defending micro brawler of the year. Just
He
saying.
might win it again.
A Frank episode in the new year.
I think we might have to. You know, I think we should get a Frank episode. Gentlemen, it's episode 99. Do you know what that means?
We got 90.
We're 901 episodes away. We're 901 episodes away from Ryan Barkin coming on for episode 1000.
He knows who I am now, so maybe.
He knows who all of us are. You know why? Because we pay his mortgage every month. So, just saying.
Speaking of paying mortgages,
I am willing to sell this Chase Samoa Joe to pay my rent. So, by all means, send me a DM. DaveCTheVoice.
So speaking of paying mortgages, did you watch Dynamite tonight where MJF referred to us as the Pores?
Love it.
Which
Absolutely
is
love
my
it.
favorite thing in the world. And then how about that little surprise that he had? Two
Yeah.
surprises.
The Triple B. There is a new AEW World title, the Big Burberry Belt.
Designed by Chris Castro, I guess?
Yeah, shout out Castro. Shout out friend of the show, Chris Castro. The belt, I'll say this. It looks like the strap used for the old WWF Hardcore Championship. That's all I kept seeing. It
This
just
is
looked
crap.
aged and weathered. Like it doesn't look like mint Burberry. It looks like a weathered down, like somebody had a Burberry
Dark.
belt, and it's just like they found a Burberry belt at a thrift store and went, "Hey, champs here." But you know what? Shout out to Ryan Barker and his people because guess what? That big Burberry belt, that's going to be on sale in Pro Wrestling Tees soon, guaranteed.
Gotta be.
Like I know they put it.
Oh.
Well, I'm not sure if the I want to check it quick because I know they are currently selling the tag belts on Pro Wrestling Tees. I think it's $500 or $600 if you buy one. It's $1,000 if you buy both. Like if you buy the pair, I'm just trying to see.
They look good.
It's a pre-order right now. I'm just trying to see. So yeah, the pre-order goes till 12/31. So yeah, that means January 1st, the big Burberry belt will be up for sale, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
So,
I think it could have been a lighter brown and it would have looked better.
yeah, it doesn't pop well enough. I mean, that's just me.
It's cool. I gasped when I figured out that he was gonna have a new belt. In shock. And then when William Regal is like hyping him up or whatever, and then MJF's like walking behind him and then just punches him in the back of the head with brass knuckles.
Oh, I knew that was coming right away.
And then you just have a senior citizen laying in the ring dead.
Yep.
And it was so funny. And like, that sounds awful. But like Daniel Bryan runs out, he's wearing one shoe. And then like they're getting him on the backboard, and they can't figure out how to put a neck brace on him. So the neck brace is covering like half his face. But you're supposed to see that he's bleeding from the mouth. Yep. And then Bryan Danielson's like, "Can't you hurry up?" And it's like, dude, protocol. You can't like move someone who's unconscious, like a spinal injury, quickly. Like you've got to do this with care.
Yep. I just saw Tom pointing out it's that neck brace is not on correctly. I was like, oh my God, he's gonna die.
I loved that segment so much. And I truly, truly believe that the best thing to happen, and this spans a long time in professional wrestling, is MJF. And the last great thing that happened before MJF of this level is when Doink ripped his own arm off. Was there anything in between that? I don't think so.
So I watched Dynamite tonight with Danielle, and she's like, "This is a bit dramatic. Like, really, She's like, this is taking longer than some of the matches." I was like, because it's dramatic effect. And so what this made me think of was rewind back to 2010, I believe it was, when Bret Hart made his comeback, Ryan, against Vince McMahon at WrestleMania. I think it was 2010. But so there was a segment in which like John Cena and Bret Hart were talking in the parking lot, and like Bret had wanted a match with Vince McMahon and Vince said no. So then like Vince McMahon's people like bum rushed Bret in the parking lot and like put his leg in the car door and slammed it. And so they eventually like turns out Bret's legs isn't broken or whatnot, and Vincent signed the contract, saved the match. But so when Bret had his leg slammed in the car door, they load him into an ambulance. And John Cena is there. I believe John Cena got in the ambulance with Bret. I'm watching this with my friend Mike at the time. And so they put Bret in the ambulance, they closed doors. Now there is a phone number on the back of the ambulance for like the hospital it's going to. And I remember that like my buddy like tried calling the hospital to be like, yo, how's Bret Hart doing? But like, I guess so. Like, they also had their website on the ambulance, and so we went on their website, and the first thing on this hospital's website is like a page that says, "Please stop calling about Bret Hart. He's not here." And I'm like, oh my god.
The love.
That's any time that I ever see a wrestler get carried away in an ambulance, I always look to see if there's a phone number on the back.
I will start doing that. That's incredible.
It's hilarious. But yes. So let us know if you think it's a little.
Hi, Indianapolis Hospital. Is my grandfather Billy Regal there?
Oh man, that's great. But yes. So let us know what you think about the Heralds. Let us know what you think about brawlers that should be made. Let us know what you think about ambulances and wrestling. Tom, you said you had a top 3.
Yeah. Top 3 brawlers that have been made already that absolutely need to have a new version made of them.
Okay. I can get behind that. Tom, since you gave us the category, you choose the order.
Well, I gotta grab them.
I gotta look at mine. I have a couple in mind, I think.
Where is he? I have. Oh gosh, I can't reach him. Well, that's gonna change things.
All right. So while we wait for Tom, anybody else want to go first?
Only got one in mind.
I'm moving. I'm getting him. Oh goodness. Ugh. Do I not have? Okay, there it is. 1, 2.
Okay. Well, Tom's got all 3.
I wasn't ready.
I'm ready.
I need that.
Okay, Tom,
I
what do
need
you
that
got?
list on me.
All right, number 1. Not my favorite, but I think we could get a better brawler of him made. The Ultimate Warrior.
Interesting. I believe
He's
that was a top brawler
Yeah.
countdown. I think
Yeah.
that was like a top 10.
He's very small physically.
I get that.
So I think we could get a new one made. I don't know what I'd change on it, but I think that would be fun. Number 2, Kota Ibushi.
Definitely.
I think we could certainly get a better look on him. Number 3, which I'm honestly really surprised we've not gotten a remake of.
Bucks.
True, I can see that for sure.
There's so much new, like so much gear to choose from.
Yeah. Like I just think of the Elvises because that's the figures I have.
I mean, there's just so much gear. There's so much detail they could do.
Yeah.
I think we should definitely. I think we're overdue for a new Bucks one, even though I know there's 2 of them. Anyone else ready?
I don't have them in hand, but I'm looking at what I have and what I don't have in my head. But one that comes to mind is somebody posted in the pro wrestling. It's not my choice, but somebody posted, I think, in the pro wrestling tease VIP group is like, so Ryan, when are we going to get a daddy ass brawler to go with the Acclaimed? Yeah. And I'm like, you could do a Billy Gunn remake in a way. But my pick is going to be a Rowdy Piper. Do it with the black T-shirt and the Panther, because you could put the pro wrestling T-shirt that they sent from the crate. I think that'd be really cool. I had another one. Shoot, I would love that Ricky. I'd love that Ricky Steamboat. I'm trying to think along the lines of like the ones they got the cease and desist for. But yeah, no, I think the Ricky Steamboat Mania 3. Then. Hold on. Let me take a better look at my display over here.
In that time,
what's
Ryan
that?
or I was gonna say while you do that, Ryan or Nick, you want to start?
I can go.
Sure.
First one that came to mind, Flip Gordon. I mean, I haven't seen what he's up to lately, but his look changed a lot from that, military army type, especially when he was with the what were they called? Villain Club or
Villain Enterprises.
Yep.
Yeah, Villain Enterprises at that time, especially, and like he needs a new look or a new update. And then you led me to this somehow talking about the Young Bucks. MGF could use a new one.
You took all my.
Yeah. And then last one, I had it. It's tough. It's more so because I'd say King Kong Bundy because he's not rotund enough. Or Tommy Dreamer because the whole scaling thing, him being shorter, bothers me.
Yeah.
I've got my next one, and people are gonna laugh at me because of it. I want Matt Cardona in the jean vest. I know we have like 6 of them, but I think a Matt Cardona in the jean vest that's him, or like with the t-shirt kind of thing, like that entrance gear. That's just me.
Fair.
So
Nicholas?
Go for it right now.
Nick, you're up.
All the ones I thought of have already been said. Maybe a Sammy Callahan without a mask.
Yes.
I was gonna say Brody King, but they already got a new Brody King coming out.
Maybe a
What-
Terry Funk, because those are horrible.
What about a Ray, an updated Ray Phoenix?
Yeah, you could definitely use a much better Ray Phoenix for sure.
Yeah.
Pretty over
I
now.
think you could do a much better at Lucha Bros. Just do another 2-pack, you know?
You could do a better Eddie Guerrero because I'm just looking at him and he looks like Buff Bagwell.
Eh.
There's-
A Jungle Cruise Joey Ryan.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So before
all right,
we
guys,
get
it was nice
canceled,
talking
everyone,
to
please
you
don't
all.
forget to tell us your top 3 Tuesday in the comment section below. Of course, check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/WNRDB. Check out our Pro Wrestling Tees store, prowrestlingtees.com/The Wrestling Nerd Broadcast, facebook.com/WNRDB, Twitter at WNRDB, and Instagram, The Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, 99 episodes and 1 week ain't enough. Ladies and gentlemen, we're 1 week away. 99 problems. We don't have any. Episode 100 is next week. And when I tell you that this next week's guest, it is someone who is magnificent. This person could very well be a Grammy award-winning recording artist. This person could very well be an Oscar award-winning actor or actress. This person could be a Slammy winner. This person could have a #1 hit on iTunes. This person could be a major get for this show. This person could be a Hall of Famer. This person could be coming up on episode 100. You do not want to miss it. Next week, it is the century mark, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 100. You, me, NRD, we're here next week, episode 100. So on behalf of myself, the voice, the king of the nerds, Dave C. the Voice, the founding father, Mr. Nick Carpenter, the Micro Brawler scholar, Mr. Ryan Crossley, and of course, the one and only, thank God, Tom Sasso. Don't forget to tell your mother you love her every day because like Kevin Durant said, Mommy, you're the real MVP. Good night, everyone. Nice tongue, Tom, and God bless America.